12:10-16. Be devoted to one another in brotherly love. Honor one another above yourselves. Never be lacking in zeal, but keep your spiritual fervor serving the Lord. Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. Share with God's people who are in need. Practice hospitality. Bless those who persecute you. Bless and do no curse. Rejoice with those who rejoice. Mourn with those who mourn. Live in harmony with one another. As followers of Jesus, we're all on the same road, but many times we're in different lanes. According to Romans, we need to honor one another above ourselves, even when we feel like we are being cut off. Or maybe the person in front of us slams on their brakes. Always serving the Lord. Help those in need. You see an elderly person on the side of the road with a flat tire. Are you going to stop and help? Or is it going to mess up your schedule? The bless and do not curse can be a hard one when we are on the road. It's called road rage. Many of us struggle with that. Like in the story before, how the traffic stopped and you just kind of get in a bad mood because you're not going to get there on time. Are you going to let that bother you, or are you going to just let it go? The last part, live in harmony with one another. Even though we're in different lanes, some of us are moving slower in our walk with the Lord, and some of us are moving faster. We're all on the same road, but God has different education plans for us. When I was a kid, I had an IEP, which stands for Individual Education Plan. So many times I would have to get up in the middle of regular class and walk down the hall awkwardly, and then go into the resource room and be taught reading and writing and spelling, because I was a slow learner. And at first, people are like, oh, that retard, or that idiot, like he doesn't know anything. But then they started to realize he's just another kid. And in other areas, he's really good. He's good at construction, or he's good at football, but I'm not so good in reading. But they understood that, and they accepted it. And this is kind of what I want to suggest is true in our spiritual lives too. God has an IEP for each one of us. The individual, meaning relationship with God. Education, He knows what you need, and it's His plan. So, I have about 4 questions, and then we'll close. I just want you to think about these things. So if you could close your eyes and just tone out different things around you. Evaluate. What road are you on? Are you on God's road, or are you on your own road? Why are you on that road? What's the purpose of that road? Is it to build people up, or is it to tear people down? Are you following the road signs, the guidance signs, the speed limit signs, the signs that are going to help you make the destination? Or are you going to get caught up in bad situations? What signs do you need to watch out for? What exit signs do you need to avoid? And give people grace that are at different stages and different speeds. Lord, I thank you for the time that I was privileged to have to speak to my fellow classmates. And I pray that we would, in the next week, just refocus our lives as we try to do all our homework and try to get things done and wrapped up for the end of the semester. I pray that you would just enlighten to us what we need to work on in the next few weeks. But I pray for each one of these individuals as we go out today, that they would be on the road of building other people up and serving other people. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you, David.